Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, and with me is Jason Eisenhut.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. So, Jason, one of the things that you're seeing trending recently on TikTok and social media is watch me get fired videos.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a trend not just for kids. It's employers of all sizes are seeing this out there, whether, like it's TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, videos of employees, video recording their employer, terminating them, either Zoom, remote, or in person.
Are you seeing, I'm not on TikTok, or Snapchat and that, because my kids are like, if you get on it, then we're getting off of it. So, most of the videos that you're seeing on people getting fired on Zoom, or are they actually in person?
I personally have only seen one of them. I haven't done a lot of research into actual videos, but I've seen one where it was in person and looked like maybe the person was just holding it down lower in a one-on-one termination meeting in someone's office. But most of them out there are easier to do if it's Zoom or remote.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and one of the things we did this topic as well in a longer version on our podcast. One of the things that you need to look at, especially in Illinois and some of the other states, there's 11 states where you cannot record somebody in a private place without their consent. So if they're doing that, they're doing it really illegally.
Yeah. So if you're in one of these 11 states like Illinois, California, Massachusetts, Maryland, Washington, if you're in one of these states where you don't have everyone's consent and it's just a termination meeting, it's not protected concerted activity that's covered under National Labor Relations Act, like discussing benefits or wages or unsafe working conditions, things like that, union organizing activity. If it's not related to one of those protected concerted activities, you need to have the person's consent if you're in a private place like a workplace to record.
And that becomes a bigger legal issue for you if you find this out post-firing that they've, post-termination that they have posted this, then it becomes the person's already terminated, it becomes a legal issue. But some points for you, whether it's if you think it might be recorded or just termination in general, be prepared and be concise. And don't, if someone that is being terminated is becoming aggressive or wanting more out of you, don't take the bait.
Exactly. Yeah, I would consider a termination meeting whether or not someone just has their phone down and you can't tell if it's just audio only or they're holding it in a weird way. Treat that termination meeting like any other. Be prepared, be concise, be respectful, and have a dignity, just like how you would want to be terminated. And like you said, keep it short. If the person wants to argue the reasons for the termination, unfortunately, we've already made the decision. The decision has been made. We need to move forward with the termination meeting. Now let's move on to can we collect your key card or your laptop and keep that conversation going during the termination meeting.
Right. When you look at terminations, obviously you want your IT team involved because when that happens, you need to cut off your cell phones, your email communication, etc. So IT and be prepared. If it's a first time manager or a younger manager that doesn't have much, or older manager that's now managing and doesn't have much experience, maybe do a dry run, go through a rehearsal with your own boss, just so you make sure that what you're saying is correct and don't deviate.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, especially even if it's just a regular termination, but especially if it's somehow being recorded. You want to, as an employer, come across as though you're doing it professionally and doing it the right way.
Right. Everybody hates terminations, but doing it the right way, be concise and state the facts.
Yeah. Yeah, and the better these termination meetings are, the more likely you're going to avoid legal issues like discrimination claims or workers' compensation claims, things like that, after the person's already gone.
Right. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at hr@employco.com. Those go right to Jason. Happy to answer any questions. You put together a good guide for our clients that kind of a streamlining checklist. Being prepared, how to do it, post-termination. So if you want a copy of it, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to send it.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.